Hello students, we're back again for another fun-filled, interesting and exciting science class. We are here to learn about the world. Yes, very interesting. Today students, we're going to talk about a very important part of our lives. That is a non-living thing, but very important for our lives. And that is, yes, behind me, water. We're going to talk about water. All right. Where do we get water? Students at home, you have your filters and your kettles are always full of water. Anytime you're thirsty, you can drink. Your mom can cook. Anytime you can take bath, wash clothes. Where is all this water coming from? Where is all this water coming from? From the pipe? Yes, but from the pipe, the tap water, where do we get this? The tap, where did it get the water? Let us find, students, today, where we get water and how we get all this water, okay? Here, where does water come from? Or let us see the different sources of water. We can get water from a well, from a hand pump. Yes, we can get water from river, ponds, lakes. Yes, we also get water from rainfall. So these are the different sources of water. We get all this, yes, we get water from all these sources. Okay, now let us see an amazing fact. Let us see an amazing fact now. Are you ready? What is this? Earth. Yes, this is an actual picture of the planet Earth from the space. This is an actual picture taken at night. Okay, so our Earth looks like this from space, from outer space. Now, if you look at any image of the Earth, you will find the majority of the Earth is blue. Yes, it is blue in color. Yes or no? Our Earth. Any kind of picture you look at Earth, it will be majority is blue in color. Even the globe, no? It is blue in color. So what is this blue color? This blue color is nothing but it is the water, the oceans, the sea. It reflects the light and it appears as blue. So see, amazing. Our Earth, most of the Earth is covered with, that means water. Yes or no? Because most of the Earth is blue. Only some lands are green and see this brown, these are land. Whereas all this blue part, it is the oceans, the sea. So, and amazing fact is we have so much water. 71% or 2/3, see, water covers about 2/3 or 71% of the Earth's surface. 97% of the Earth's water is found in the oceans. And in the ocean, can you drink ocean water? Can you drink water in the ocean? Can you drink the sea water? No. Even though the Earth is 71% of the Earth is water, you cannot drink it because it is too salty. It contains lots of salt you cannot drink. Yes, too salty for drinking, growing crops, or industrial needs. It is too salty for, agriculture also. We cannot use the ocean water for agricultural use. Okay, we cannot use this for even industrial needs, only for cooling. We can use this, or else we cannot drink this. 97% of the Earth's water is found in the oceans, which we cannot drink. Then how we are getting all this water from, the drinking water? During the winter, it is very scarce, isn't it? During winter, clean water is very difficult to find, right? Because only 3%. See, out of 100%, 97 is ocean water, cannot drink. Only 3% of the Earth's water is fresh. Remember this, okay? Even though, but again, the 3% of the water that we are getting for drinking, washing, cooking, and etc. at our domestic use, this all is given by the oceans. I just said we cannot drink ocean water, but why am I saying again it is coming from the oceans? How? Let us see how we can make use of this oceanic water which is too salty. Let us see, okay? Now, here, before we go there, you have to know one process. Yes, a process called what? When you wash clothes, you keep into the sun. Yes or no? And when you wash clothes and then full of water, very wet, you keep it in the sun to dry. Yes? After some time, if it is very sunny, after a few hours, you just go and touch the clothes. The wet clothes would have dried. Yes or no? How comes? Where did all the water in the clothes go? Where did all the water in the clothes go that you washed? They evaporated. Yes or no? Evaporated means the liquid has disappeared, turning into gas. So just like that, see, another experiment we can do is you boil water, okay? You boil water in an open pan. You keep on boiling, boiling, boiling. Afterwards, it'll get dried. Yes or no? It gets dry. Sometimes your mother, sometimes the curry, they get burned. Sometimes even the milk, they get burned. Yes or no? Even the water, they get dried up. Where did all the water go? It is evaporating. Yes, it is evaporating. See, the kettle is boiling, steam is coming out. You try to collect it, it will come down. So just like this, okay? Let us see. But what is evaporation? Evaporation is the process of a liquid changing into gas. A liquid changing into gas is called evaporation. The water is boiling and all turning into gas and then liquid. In the same way, like I said, oceans, we cannot drink ocean water, but once they evaporate, okay, once the ocean water evaporate, become gas and goes up, those gas, if you cool it, you can drink it and no salt will be there. That is how we get water. Let us see how clouds are formed. See, can you see this picture? Yes, amazing. Right? This is an ocean. These are oceans. And see, what is it? What is the ocean water doing? It is evaporation. See, you can see the evaporation taking place. Yes? The smoke, this steam, the steam rising up. Yes, you can see the steam in the oceans rising up and they form clouds. Now you know how clouds are formed. Clouds are formed when ocean water or river water or water bodies, when they evaporate, it rises up as gas. Solid, liquid, and gas we have studied, right? So it evaporates and they form clouds. Yes, clouds. So this is how clouds are formed. And how? From where do they get heat? From the sun, natural source. Sunlight makes the ocean warm. Sunlight makes the ocean water heat up and it evaporates. The ocean water is evaporating, going up and forming clouds. Now what happens? Just like this, in the last class we also talked about transpiration, right? So water also evaporating from the plants. Millions and millions of plants in the forest, they are all transpirating. So even the transpiration of the plants, they form clouds. From the oceans, from the forests, the plants are evaporating, they are forming clouds. See, all these clouds are formed by the ocean and the transpiration of the plants and the water bodies. Okay? Now, what happens? What happens, just like the previous picture, when you boil water, you take out the lid, you take out the takana, and then you see, after cooling down, you see droplets of water, yes or no? The gas, the gas that has gone up has turned into liquid. And that process is known as condensation. Yes, condensation. What is condensation? Condensation is the process where water vapor becomes liquid. Yes, students? You know what is evaporation? Evaporation is liquid turning into gas, and this is gas turning into liquid. So condensation is the process where water vapor becomes liquid. So what happens? It goes up, the water vapor goes up from the ocean, it forms clouds, and what happens? The water droplets, okay, the gases that has gone up, when they cool down, the droplets of water becomes too heavy, and then it falls down in the form of rain, in the form of, see, rainfall. And where is this rain going? It goes down in the ground, and where underground water you will get from the well, the ponds, lakes, it goes to the ponds, lakes, rivers, and the oceans. So, see, look at this picture. The surface water, like in the oceans or ponds or any other water bodies, evaporates. Evaporation goes and form the clouds. And when these clouds gets cooled, thanda, when it becomes thanda, okay, it condenses. That means it becomes water vapors. The gas turns into water vapors. Water vapors, they become very heavy, and that is known as condensation, gas turning into liquid, and falls down as rainfall. And that process is called precipitation. What, students? Precipitation. And it enters, it falls down to the ground, like I said, and from there, we get water from the river, and river, you feed the pipe, it reaches your home. And this water, the rainfall, is collected in the ponds, well, community well, and in the hand pump. Right. So this is how we get water from the oceans indirectly, okay? Now, the ocean water evaporates, condenses, precipitates, rainfall goes into the ground, and it fills up your well, your ponds, lakes, rivers, and from there we get the water at home that we use. Okay, so indirectly we're getting water from the oceans. All right, then let us see. That is known as the water cycle. Okay, how the water is cycling. See, Anders goes up, Anders goes up, goes down. Let us see. You tell me, okay? Students, now you tell me. Since I've explained so clearly, now you give me the answers. Looking at a picture, you tell me. Say, this water, this is water body. Maybe an ocean or river or any other water bodies. And from the plants, going up by the process of what? With the help of the sun, it gets heated up and it turns to gas. That is evaporation. So, by evaporation, water goes up as gases, okay, as gases, and they form clouds. Clouds condenses, okay, that means the gas turns into liquid, water vapors, and it precipitation. When the droplets of water becomes very heavy, okay, the clouds cannot hold it any longer. So water falls down as rainfall, okay, and this recharges, it charges the groundwater. And this way again, when the sun comes up, again it'll evaporate, condense, precipitate. This cycle goes on, and this is known as the water cycle. So now today you have learned so much about water cycle. Now when it rains, what do you do? What do you usually do? Well, if it rains, wow, it's raining just like that. No, but you try to fill up your tanks, your buckets, right? And that is known as rainwater harvesting. What? Children, rainwater harvesting. Harvesting, that means collection. Collection of the rainwater. That is known as rainwater harvesting. Collecting rainwater and storing it for later use is called rainwater harvesting. Okay, so you can either harvest the rainwater directly, all this, you put this in the roofs, right? Eaves, we call it eaves. You collect this, let the rainfall fall on it, and then you collect it. You can do it directly, do the tanks, water tanks or drums in the buckets, or if it is too much, you dig a pit like this, okay? Pit. Sometimes the water becomes muddy, or it contains some dirt, so let it enter and it'll recharge. If you have a well, the well water will increase the groundwater. Okay, so that is how you can recharge the water. So rainwater harvesting, we can do it in many ways. All right, we can do it in many ways. There are rooftop harvesting, or you can, like I said, uh, let it enter the pit, and from there water can be stored. So what happens if there is lots of rain? Now this is the monsoon season. Monsoon means the rainy season. So we hear that in monsoon season in Assam, floods, in many other places, floods. Floods, floods. If it is too much rainfall, if there is too much rainfall, the runoff water, okay, all of the runoff water cannot be absorbed by the land, by the soil. So it runoff, and then it will collect on plain surfaces. And that's how the floods happens, okay? And when there is no rainfall, what happens? When there is no rainfall for a year, if there is no rain, then what will happen, students? If there is no rainfall, there won't be any harvest, there won't be any vegetables, any cereals, no rice, no potatoes, no vegetables. Dry season, because plants need vegetables, plants, everything, they need water to grow. If there is no rainfall, then it will cause drought. Okay, drought means a dry season. Okay, so rainfall is important for us because we get pure water. Do you know that rainfall is the purest form of water? Yes, first rains, of course, it will look dirty because of the dirt in the rooftops and in the atmosphere. So many, gases and pollution. The first rains, when the first rain comes, you don't drink it because it is dirty. But after a few weeks, it becomes so clear, so clean, soft water. Yes, so rainfall is the purest form of water. So students, today we have learned so much about water. Keep this in mind and use water sparingly. Okay, don't just waste water because water is precious. All right, so students, that will be all for today. And until the next class, you take care and see you. Bye-bye.